Here's the very first look at the allotment. It goes all the way up there, over there. There's our little cottage. And we have this little place in the back as well. Everything is severely overgrown. There's a thick layer of grass everywhere on the ground, interspersed with a few bulbs, some tulips and some strawberries. So this is going to be one heck of a project. I don't really know if I will be able to do this, but I'm gonna try my very best. So take a little walk around here. There are edgings down here, metal. I don't know if there are any on this side. It looks like there has been, but it also seems like a lot of people have been stealing from this allotment. There are things, plants missing and so on. Here's my water source. Somebody stole the barrel that was there a few days ago, but never mind, it's easy to get. This seems to have been where they've grown. There are two plots, one big, maybe potatoes, and a few smaller. And I think this will be at least the first year will be where I grow most of the vegetables. There are a lot of trees, which is fun. I don't know though if they are all edible. In the back there I assume we have an apple tree, but it could be cherry. This is probably a lilac. I hope it's white. Keep walking over here. You see how overgrown it is. A few plants are still here, lupins mainly, which will probably be grown in other places to just sort of fill up. I think these are raspberry canes stretching this whole way. We'll see. I will not cut anything until I have an idea. Here's a tree that I suspect is an apple tree, but I'm not sure. You see a little fruit there that looks appley, but it could also be like a crabapple. So better look at the cottage. The corrugated plastic has to be removed, and I will probably keep that off for a while and maybe cover it in some kind of greenhouse plastic and use it as a greenhouse for next year. We'll see. This though is definitely an apple tree because there's lots of apples underground. It's completely covered in rotting apples. Down here I think where the strawberry patch. I think I'm going to use this for some spices that need well-drained soil. I'll probably put rosemary and thyme and stuff like that, and just clean up at the bottom. Probably just cover the bottom there with something closest to the house, so the cottage, the shed. There is an indoor. It stinks of chicken. So somebody's been keeping chicken illegally here on the allotment, but I guess this big scrub and maybe some white paint will quite easily take care of that. Moving back, here's, I assume, another fruit tree, the way it's been planted. All of this will of course be checked and confirmed later on in the summer. This seems to have always also been full of some tulips and hyacinths and stuff like that, but as you can see here, people have been stealing. Here's another little tree that I hope will yield some kind of fruit. And we come to our little backyard here. We have a little patio. Needs some care. I'll probably start here actually, because it's an easy thing to start and make sure that you feel like you've done something. In the back here we have roses. That's gonna need probably a good trim back under. Unfortunately, it's a ton of weed, so we'll see what they look like, and maybe at autumn we'll just trim everything down to the ground. Other than that, this is, I'm not sure, it might actually be Forsyth or Forsythia. but I'm not sure. We'll probably cover this with cardboard and grow something tall, maybe sunflowers back here. That would be really nice. At the back here we only have woods, there's nothing else, with a lot of bird boxes in there, so it's going to be really nice. We keep walking here, there's so many stalks, I have no idea. Weeds, things that need cutting down. I'm gonna need a big compost. This might be something that is supposed to be here, but it might also just be something that's sprouted on its own. Keep on going. This, I think, is honeysuckle. Also gonna need to be severely trimmed back. And this back here is probably where the compost will go, with more honeysuckle. I'm also lucky enough that there's a tiny shed in the back for where I'll probably store soil, where I'll probably store, hopefully if I can get it, hay, so I can do some covering it and using for mulch and stuff like that. It's probably going to need a lot of that. I'm going to try not to bring any of the big machinery in here too, but just use hand tools and try to do a bit more no-till and raised beds. That would be easier. The back here there used to be something climbing, and there probably will in a year or so. And in here also there's some trees that I have no idea what they are, but we might turn them off. And we end it with a nice shot of the grass. Bye bye.